Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you a little bit of a vlog. I am going to talk about E3 for a bit. That's basically what I want to do. Sorry I didn't post a video yesterday, by the way, I was pretty busy, and I guess I can tell you guys why. E3 was this week, it is in Los Angeles, so I decided to go. I had some problems, and as a whole I had a pretty good time. So I figured I know a lot of you guys were curious what were my ideas about some of the games or what happened, so I figured lots of cool things happened, so I figured I would talk about those quick. So this is not going to have very much Dota content at all, if any, except for the fact that in the background, as you guys can see, a little bit of Dota here and a little bit of Dota here. So that's about all you get out of it. But if you guys are curious what happened, E3 started on Tuesday. That was the first day. We applied a little bit late. We probably could have gotten guaranteed passes to E3 through Maker Studios, which is my YouTube company that I'm partnered with. They're also based in Los Angeles. So we applied a little bit late, though. We didn't actually know we wanted to go until like a month and a half ago. So we finally asked them, and they said that we can't get passes with our names on it, but we can get passes with other people's names on it, which should be fine. And I got one for Blitz because he was going to go with me. So the first day we showed up at like a little bit before noon, I think. We found a parking spot. And then it was in the LA Convention Center, which is downtown Los Angeles, which is like a 30-minute drive away from where we live. So we went there, and we met a couple people, a couple TGS people. We got the passes, and we got in. And at first, we spent like 2 hours walking around looking for one of Blitz's friends. And we finally found her, and then we hung out with her for a bit and had lunch. And then we heard there was going to be a Twitch party. Twitch usually organizes a lot of parties, pretty much every major esport event. So we went over to a different hall to go to the Twitch booth to secure entrance to the Twitch party for that night, and we got that. And then on the way back to the other hall, the West Hall or something like that, we got random searched for ID randomly. Like we were walking through the doors, and they were like, "We're doing random searches. We need to check your IDs." And we didn't have the correct IDs, obviously, because I was not John, whatever my name was. So we got our passes taken away 2 hours into the event. We literally hadn't like played a single video game or like walked through a booth, and I didn't like tweet about this or anything because I felt like so fucking put upon. It sucked so bad. Like it was just really, really unlucky. I don't hate the guy that carded me. Like he was just doing his job, but like it felt like the moment in video games where where you're like doing the right thing, but you have to like knock the cops out. Naturally, I didn't do that, and I just gave up my passes like a complete sissy. But it was pretty traumatizing. So we just like totally sat and pouted for like 2 hours. So we basically got kicked out of the event almost immediately. We literally walked around the South Hall, looked at all of the booths very very briefly because we were looking for his friend, and then we went to the other hall, and we like barely got to look around before we got kicked out. It was a huge downer. We basically asked just about everybody that we knew that was going to be there to see if they could get us more passes, but we weren't able to go on Wednesday because there was no way for us to get passes. We asked a lot of people, so that sucked pretty bad. That wasn't very fun. So Tuesday was a little bit of a letdown. We on the bright side, we basically got kicked out like 2:33, and the event closed at 6. So we basically just went. We like sulked for like an hour and a half, and then we left a little bit early to go have dinner. So then we had dinner, and then the party started. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Oh yeah, we also took like a 1.5 hour nap in our car in the parking lot because we were like so dead tired. Blitz had only slept like an hour the night before, and I only slept like 5 hours, I think. So we were both pretty tired. So we took a nap, and then we went to a Maker Studios party that was at this club, and the music was so loud. Not like insanely loud, but pretty darn loud. And I met a couple YouTubers there, which is really fun. It turns out a lot of people watch my videos, even within TGS, or other YouTube networks. So that was pretty fun, talking to YouTubers. Hung out with Chad a lot. He's one of my YouTube contacts. He's like the liaison between myself and Maker Studios. I'm going to talk about a video later that I was in with him that you guys will probably want to watch if you want to hear more about my opinions of the games that I saw at E3. But that was Tuesday. That was the Maker party. We stayed there for like an hour, and then we left. I was on a VIP pass, which was kind of fun. Like it's like going to events is one of the few places you get to enjoy perks as an esport personality. Like we walked up to this. It was like a show venue or something, and there's this gigantic line. I didn't even notice there was a line, but we parked and we walked up to the venue, and there's this like booth. It was like a a podium, like a speech podium there were some people working it that had a list. And I walked up immediately and I kind of made eye contact with the girl and she was like, "Oh, are you guys a VIP?" And I was like, "Well, I knew I was a VIP because I knew I was on the list because I signed up for something." So I told them, I was like, "Yeah, my name's so and so." And she was like, "Oh, Purge or Kevin or something." She's like, "You guys have been on the top of our list for a while or something," which meant like probably something like subs gained or views per month or stuff like that because my channel is moderately large. I don't know if she was just blowing hot air at me or not, but she probably worked for Maker and she probably did some like behind the scenes tech stuff or something like that. I'm not sure. But that was kind of cool. And then we walked in and Blitz also got in, of course, because he was on my list. And he was like, "Dude, I think we just cut the line really bad." And I like looked back and there was a line of like 50 people in this super long line. And I felt bad at first because I assumed that they were also in line to go through the VIP. But later as we walked in, we're like, "Oh, okay, it's a regular show venue." It was like 90% regular people that were just coming to see the bands. And then we had this like little blocked off area in the back that was just a VIP party. So that was kind of cool. It's like one of those times where you get perks, and we got free drinks as well. So I just drank like one beer and a water and I was good because I knew that I had to drive back to the other party. So got to meet some cool people there. And then we left that party and then we went to the Twitch party, which was a lot bigger. We had to wait in line for that one. That was infuriating, actually. Everybody was a VIP at the Twitch party, which is usually the case. The only people that get in are like industry people. So pretty much everyone had to wait in line. So we waited in line for a while. And right as we got to the front, there were these people that got snuck in before us because they were like asking favors of like some people they knew. They're like, "Come on, just let us in. We have 5 people or something." And they let them in, which is whatever. Like maybe they're super big shots and I didn't know who they were. But like the thing that annoyed the shit out of me was this guy, he made a joke right after they got in line or right when they cut through. He was like, he was talking to his friend. He's like, "Yeah, waiting in line's not really my style." And I just wanted to punch him in the face so bad because it was basically like a shit talk to everybody else there. And he just assumed that he was like a super big deal. Therefore, he's like, "I don't like waiting in line. I'm better than that." And he said it loud enough for like everybody right in the front of the line to hear. I was just like, fuck that guy. I got so mad at him. I didn't say anything, of course, but I was just like super pissed. I was like, what a douchebag. You don't say that shit like right in front of the other line, even if it was just a joke. I was like, "Congratulations, you know somebody who knows somebody." But that was really annoying. Twitch party was pretty fun. The music was way too loud, I thought. Like usually as the night starts and there's not that many people dancing, later on when everybody is more intoxicated, everybody goes out to the dance floor usually, but it was so loud. It was like I had to literally scream, maybe not scream, but like really yell the whole time to talk to people at the first party and the second one especially. Like I could go up to somebody's ear, like their side of their head would be here, and I was like yelling and they would not completely be able to hear me until I like blocked half of my voice and redirected it straight. Like that was the only way people could hear me. It was so loud. But again, free drinks, which was cool. And then they even had like some girls dancing from like a hula hoop hanging from like a 30-foot long rope from the ceiling, which was weird. I was like, okay, something to look at, I guess. But it was really fun. It was a lot more people I knew. I saw the NASL people there, and who I'm kind of friends with now, since we go to their studio like once a week, or at least we used to for Blitz's Dota segment. Yeah, and a couple other people that I hadn't seen in a while. I retweeted a picture of that I took with Melanie Mack. I made a Dota video with her like over a year ago where I coached her a little bit. If you guys can find it, I'm sure if you're interested. And I don't know, made a couple new friends. It was really fun. The parties were really fun. So that was Tuesday. The parties were great. E3 itself kind of sucked because we got kicked out, but that sucked. And then Wednesday we came back. Somebody said that they could get us passes, but then they kind of went MIA, and that resulted they couldn't get us passes. So then I just kind of left Blitz there and drove home because he was going to meet up with people, and then he had a friend's house that lived a couple blocks away, so he stayed. And then we came back Thursday, and actually went straight to TGS, and now's the part where I'll tell you that I was in a TGS video. Oops, I'm going to pull this up. Oh god, my Skype has been online the whole time, and maybe it was going to blink. So I was on the TGS livestream. TGS is a subsidiary of Maker Studios, so they're essentially the YouTube company that I'm with. And I was on a video with them. I was with Dodger, who is her YouTube channel is Press Hard to Continue. I was with Chad, who is the guy I was talking about before. He's like my network contact. He also does some videos for TGS. And the fourth guy, I can't remember what his channel was. He had a pretty small channel, but I talked to him a lot. I'm really bad at names, which is the main reason that I'm so bad at remembering these things, but I know I tweeted it out yesterday, so I'm just going to look really quick to see. Josh Braun. Josh Braun is the guy's name. He's from Minnesota, and his YouTube is Minutia. So you guys can find that in the video. But I'm going to link in that below. I really recommend watching it. I thought it was really fun to make. I told lots of jokes. We talked about E3 and the video games that were there, and like our impressions and stuff. We talked about Xbox versus PlayStation. We talked about Bungie's game. We talked about a couple other small things that I wasn't completely involved with, but I thought it was a great show, and I really recommend watching it. It's about an hour, but if you guys just like people shooting the shit about video games, then it's perfect for you, and I'm on it. So it's weird to watch it because my voice is so deep. Like, even when I watch my regular videos, it doesn't really, I don't notice it, but when you contrast my voice with the voice of a regular person or a girl, it's like, holy crap, man, the depths of my voice are insane. But I'll link in that in the drop down box below. It's only a Twitch VOD right now. They haven't actually uploaded it to YouTube yet. So as of my recording, it's like literally 24 hours after the VOD was made. So I'm sure they'll upload it to YouTube eventually. But if you guys want to watch it immediately, it's going to be on Twitch. And if you can't watch Twitch, I know there's some people that can't watch Twitch for whatever reason. Just keep an eye on the TGS YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/thegamestation. And I'm sure it'll be up there soon because the first couple days of videos are on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch that. I really recommend it. I kind of want to rewatch it personally. Is that weird? It's probably a little weird. So that was Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon we were able to get passes from a friend who had been looking for like 2 days, and she's awesome. Kitty, you're awesome. Yeah, we got passes, and what basically happened was we were hanging out at TGS. It was about 2 p.m. We got a message saying that we could get passes, so we drove over, and it was like 3 o'clock or something, 3:30. Got the passes, walked through the doors, but right before I got through the doors, the security guy was like, "Wait a second, let me see yours." And I got freaking terrified. And he, like, there were like 3 people in front of me. They just breezed through. He like barely glanced at their passes, but he like grabbed my pass and he like looked at it for like 3 seconds. And he was like, "Okay, you can go through." But I freaked out. That was insane. Like that's like that moment where you're like, "Oh God, I'm getting in trouble again." And the adrenaline just rushes through your body. And I walked through and I was clear. I was like, "Oh God, that was so close." And we were like an hour and a half away from the event ending. So we started walking around. We were in like the West Hall, I think. We met up with Will's friend again, or Blitz's friend. And we started looking at a couple booths. And I like barely played this touchpad Halo game, which was kind of cool. Except that playing games on touchpads kind of suck because your hands just like dragging across glass the whole time, which doesn't feel very good. And we walked around the PlayStation booth and a couple other things. And after about like 30 minutes of walking around, we literally just sat down on a couch and we were like, yeah, we don't care anymore. So like this entire quest to get into E3 was pretty much culminated in us really not giving a shit. And we finally got to understand what people say about E3, which is like, it's more fun to like meet people there, but the actual event itself is really not that cool. It's like you go around and you get to first peek all these games and stuff, which is fine. But like for gamers like me, who I don't really care about playing that many video games, I mostly only play Dota, and I have in the past played a lot of other games, but I don't really play a lot of different stuff, and I'm probably not going to buy a Wii, things like that. So it was like all of this for nothing, kind of. And we got inside and we just kind of like sat on a couch for the last hour, and then the venue closed and we left. That was pretty much it. And I went to a TGS after party, which was at the TGS office. But basically, I just played Smash Brothers against a bunch of other YouTubers who I didn't know. So, and then I went home. That was pretty much it. So that's my E3 experience. It was really fun as a whole. Like all the parties and things were great. Just networking is so much fun. It really is fun meeting other people that do the same stuff as you. So, and I really liked being on the TGS live stream. I was hoping to do more collab stuff like that in the future, since I live local anyway. So I think that's pretty much it. That's everything that happened to me at TGS and E3. Go check out the video. I recommend it. And I was going to do some chest unboxing, but I think the wax chests aren't available yet, so I guess we can't open those. I don't know if I made one of the Dark Treasure, because I just found like some keys on the store for Dark Treasure. I can't remember if I opened those or not. I don't think I did, so maybe I don't have any in my store backpack, so I might just skip that and wait for the wax ones to come out. We've got a lot of Dota content coming up the next week. I don't know if I can exactly tell you about it yet, but that is going to be happening soon, at least in the house. And yeah, hoping to play a bunch of Dota games today. We're going to play in some online tournament tonight, the Australian one. Apparently there's iPads. We don't know that for a fact. It was just a rumor, and I haven't confirmed on that yet, so I'm not completely sure. But we're playing an Australian tournament tonight. I might stream it. If I do, I'm going to have to put delay on, of course, but it's going to be on Australian servers, so the ping will be like 170, 180, but we're hoping to win that to get some iPads. And I think that's it. So we'll play a lot of Dota games, and hopefully I can get some good VODs out of it. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for being patient about me not uploading yesterday. And hopefully I'll get some more video content to you guys soon. And other than that, E3 is now over. We've got Anaheim coming up at the end of the month. That's exciting. Anaheim, MLG Anaheim. It's only going to be StarCraft 2 and League of Legends and COD, so I'll go there to watch StarCraft 2, but it's local to my house, and I'm sure a lot of you guys from California will be there. So if you guys want to come say hi, you can. And if not, I will just hang out with all the other industry people that I haven't seen since Dallas. So thanks for watching. Goodbye. See you later. Oh yeah, and follow me on Facebook or Twitter, by the way. I tweet a lot, usually when I'm at events and things, so I'm sure you guys can help enjoy the event that way as well. So especially if you want to look at some of the pictures that I talked about earlier. I tweeted a couple pictures while I'm at events, so that's at Purge Gamers and on Twitter. So, okay. All right, swear to God, goodbye. Goodbye, guys.